Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is part 7. Part 7 to dealing with divination. We're going to jump right into it. They're long. They're not that long. They're only like 15 minutes long. This one will be even shorter. So anyway, watch the other parts and come back and join us. We talk about a lot of things, a lot of demons around you that you don't even know they're demons, or witches or warlocks around you. And some of them are what the Bible calls familiar spirits. Why? Because they're familiar with you. You know, y'all hang out, y'all talk, and some of them are on assignment from Satan, and you wouldn't even know it. But watch part 6 on part 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1 all the way up to now. Just watch this part. Now, this is the closing part, so the other stuff put a lot of, and how you must be able to see them and walk in power when you're dealing with them, so that you're not overcome by these evil spirits. And divination, when you look at the word divination, divide a nation. And these familiar spirits, they come off very familiar, but they're very deceptive. But they're going to be down with whatever you're down with. They're going to, you know what I mean, act like they feel like they're supporting you, like they love you, that they're in your corner in time of need. Why would they're not going to just come out? Like I said, they're not going to just pop out the ground with a red suit and a pitchfork. I'm the devil. I'm here to attack you. They're not going to, you know what I mean? Job had a lot to deal with, right? But these deceptive antichrists and demons and devils and children of the devil, we talk about that. There's actually children of the devil. Watch the other parts. I think I talk about that in part 5 or part 6. But anyway, let's get into this. This is part 7. We're going to go through a few other things, but this passage is really about dealing with divination. But we're going to go to Leviticus, the 19th chapter and the 26th verse. Leviticus 19:26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe times. But people are using enchantment like chanting. That's witchcraft. Observing times. Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's the busiest time of the year. When you go to Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, it tells you don't learn the way of the heathen, for they deck the tree and all that. They dance around it. That's in the Bible. But when you don't know, when your pastor don't preach it, he won't tell. Because why? Because he got a 90-foot Christmas tree in his church. Oh, let's do something different this year. Bring all the, And then they try to mix it with scriptures like how they brought gifts to baby, to the Hamashiach, to the Messiah, to Jesus, to Yahushua, Yehoshua, Yahweh, Emmanuel, Yahshua. To Yahushua, they try to mix that, how the wise men brought gifts. They try to mix that. But you're not supposed to be into that. And Christ wasn't born in the wintertime, swaddling in the manger with just a little bit of clothes and it's freezing, nor is New Year's. It's January 1st. The year doesn't change in January 1st. It's freezing cold. You don't see no change. The real New Year is in the spring in March, and that's in the Bible. That's in Exodus 13, the month of Abib or Nisan. Abib, because you see it. The Most High, the Creator, shows you. Here's spring. Here's bees. Here's birds. Here's flowers blooming. That's the sign of new season happening, a new year. But under this form of evil, they got you thinking in the dead of winter, when you out there, we're going to watch the ball drop. It's a new year, and it's still freezing. The seasons ain't show you that, but I brought all that in another message a while ago. I think it was called Happy Holidays or something like that. But anyway, Halloween, Thanksgiving. If you really knew what Thanksgiving was about, and all of the bloodshed and everything. So, but my pastor don't talk about it, so it's all right. We're being thankful. And everything give thanks. It's not talking about turkeys and birds. Woo! Jeremiah 23, woe unto the pastors that lead my people astray, my flock. Anyway, back to this dealing with divination. My goodness. That's why I said ye observe times. Whew. Even in the New Testament it says that, the apostles was upset. They said, who bewitched you? Who this with divination? Who bewitched you with this witchcraft? That ye observe days and times and years and, it's something. It's something. But woe unto those pastors, that's Jeremiah 23, that don't want to preach and teach the truth. Maybe they don't know. But listen to some of these other commandments, because it's not just 10 commandments, there's 613. But look at some of these ordinances and laws and statutes. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, meaning you shouldn't be bald in your head. Neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. You shouldn't be shaving off your beards. That's your masculinity. That shows, but they had to bald their head sometimes when they had to take a vow. They made a vow sometime because they was under certain jurisdictions just to get out of it, because that happened to Paul and them. They had to shave their heads and stuff just to get through that, and then they proved who they really was. But even the Bible talks about having dreads and locks in Solomon. And we went over that already, the melanation of the Bible. That Apostle Paul was a man of color. They mixed him up for an Egyptian. They thought Moses was an Egyptian. And even Christ, he was hid as a baby in Egypt because he's melanated. But he wasn't an Egyptian, but he had to hide from Herod. Anyway, let's continue. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. So printing marks on you. Yes, tattoos and things. Or making any markings. I remember when I was a kid, so this ain't to judge nobody, but he that's spiritual judge of all things. So we talking about the thing, not the people. And I remember when I was a kid, I had burned my name and my nickname in my arm. I was a kid playing in leagues, that's all I did was play basketball and stuff like that. Thought I was going to the league, I wasn't this size. I was a slim kid, what I mean, hitting the J's and playing point guard and all that stuff. But anyway, that was back then. The mark went away. So I'm just saying that when you come as you are, and you didn't know, when you come into the truth, you're not going to be condemned. You're not going to hell for it, because the grace of the Redeemer that came in the New Testament, the blood of the Messiah, he is here for forgiveness. And so we repent and things like that. So don't lose your mind. Oh my God, I'm gonna get this taken off right now. If you feel like that's what you want to do, that's a blessing. But you might can't do it. But it doesn't mean you're going like straight to hell. These were ordinances not to do it. But see, when we came under all of this spell cast, and what the heathen has done, got you doing what the heathen do. You know what I'm saying? Just like changing the pictures and changing who the real people of the Bible are and all that kind of stuff. This is what because they know these things, even though they took a lot out of the Bible, took things, when you read the Apocrypha means hidden books. You'll see the evils that they did. And there's even other books of the Bible that they have taken out, because they had to teach it to the slaves because they didn't know how to read. So they taught it as they were these great men of the Bible, that they were the Messiah and all that stuff. But now the Spirit is falling down and teaching the true lineage, who they are. It's just all these other doctrines now are in the way, and they knew it would happen. That's why they keep this confusion going. But anyway, I don't want to get on to that. Let's continue. It's still divination, though, right? So it's still on point, because it's divination, dividing a nation. Do not prostitute thy daughters to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall into whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. So that just tells you, see a bunch of whores, there's wickedness everywhere, and whoremongers, men too. As after these whores, there's a bunch of wickedness. So people was doing stuff. They was sacrificing their children to these idols, burning them, things like that. When they cut food off to the land, which was a prophecy against the people, they started eating their people because that's why they were eating them. Because they disobeyed. They fell under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. But thank the Most High for sending His Son to redeem us. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. I am Yah. The true Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. But these days they say Sunday. What is Sunday? Sunday, a day of the sun. They worship sun gods. Monday, that was, and even in Espanol, lunes, lunar, moon. Monday, moon day. So all these things, but your pastor's not teaching you. Maybe he don't know, So I remember different things I didn't know, but some know, and then they're still teaching you. Oh, if I can get just $100 more according to Psalm 100, in 100 days you gonna get your blessing, and I'm gonna get my money. Anyway, doing all that stuff. But back to this: regard not them that have familiar spirits. You know what I mean? That's that familiar. Neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. So don't be seeking wizards. What's wizards? psychics and palm readers and things like that. This is part 7. You watch the other parts. You're going. It's deep now. You're going to see. We break it down. We break it down. All right. Thou shalt thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, and out of the face of the old man, and fear thy God. I am the Lord. And let's continue. Let's jump into Leviticus 20. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, Whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Moloch, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him. With this Moloch, that was a Rephan, was another god, a false god. Even when we was in Acts, in the chapter talk about the goddess of Diana, Demetrius the craftsman. He built this, this image of Diana, many-breasted image. And Moloch was another one, another demonic force, a satanic deity, that the Luciferians to this day worship, and put all different kind of things and symbols. There's a lot of different spirits of divination. And look how they upset the Most High. And I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he hath given of his seed unto Moloch, to defile my sanctuary, and to profane my holy name. And if the people of the land do anyways hide their eyes from the man whom have given of his seed unto Moloch, and kill him not, then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a whoring after him to commit whoredom with Moloch from among their people. See, Christ, the Messiah, the Most High, Yahweh, he looks at things, he looks at things like, he's a jealous God, so he'll take you out. He'll take all that stuff out. And some of it is long-suffering, that folk will come to repentance, those that are truly of the vine, of the branch, not those engrafted in, but the true root. But some folk don't want to give it up. But some folk don't know, because they've been indoctrinated, or colonization has got them wrapped up into it. And some of them feel like, I need to get out of this, but they don't know, because they have family or close friends in it. But it's time to break free if you are of, the truth, if you are lineage truth, and come back to the Most High, because you can't fight against the power. And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, be ye holy, for I am the Lord your God. So I'm saying, sanctify yourself, keep yourself from those things. As the Most High look at it like you a whoring after these other guys, giving yourself out. What are we supposed to be doing? Presenting ourselves a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High. Watch the other parts. All right. Shalom, shalom. Love you all.